There's a guy on Steve Paikin a couple days ago, and his thing is helping homeless men over the age of 50. I think it's the only one that operates, and men over the age of 50 are like 65% of the homeless population. It's higher because you would get men who identify as female and so would be stacked into the female category. But yeah, the homeless, really large percentage of them are men over the age of 50. And so there's this guy, he's actually doing something about it. I think he gets a good wage. But you're going to see a lot more of that, right? Guys that work their lives. I think a lot of them, what happens is that they get hurt in construction accidents or just, lose the jobs. Like a lot of blue-collar men have been losing their jobs for, decades now. And they just literally can't make enough money to pay rent. And so they end up homeless. He thinks, in his little thing, he sees one more per day. Every day there's another man over the age of 50 who doesn't have a home. So I remember this is when I took a really hard right on feminism. I was about maybe 26 or 27. And on Hastings Street, there was this huge lineup for food every day. And the men for that neighborhood, I don't know that Aboriginal people were overrepresented that much. Not for that neighborhood, but definitely. Easily 50% were Aboriginal men. And the other half were men of other races, usually white, of course, right? And I just thought, okay, if women have it so bad, why is it that men are the ones lining up at the soup line? And I remember the response I'd get from people, oh, they were irresponsible. No, but if those lines were filled with women, people wouldn't say that they were irresponsible. I'm sure those men were irresponsible. Nobody would say that. It's a little beyond disgusting, actually, to say that. And so this guy's talking about it, and people say, well, they've got mental health issues or drug issues. And, just try living with essentially no income. Maybe what you can get from welfare or something like that. And you can't afford a home, and see how quickly you develop psychological issues or drug addictions. So it wasn't, I don't know that I saw more than one case of this, but my case was special. So what you would hear is that sometimes these little bundles of rags, this happens a lot, right? You'd have a little bundle on the street, and this was before Naxalone and all these things that they came up with. And the person would be there for a while, and you'd kind of notice that, right? And then, actually they were dead. And so that was something that you heard about, and you saw these little bundles around, but you're not going to go and check on them, are you? And so my really remarkable experience, and whether this was actually true or not, I don't know, but I know that this is what I thought. So I'm sitting at a bus stop on Main Street, Chinatown there. I'm waiting for the bus, kind of a crowded day as I recall. And I look over, and the guy sitting beside me looks bloody dead to me. And the bus came up, and I'm really freaking out, right? I'm going, call the cops, call the cops. And the bus driver's like, I don't have a phone, dude, sorry. And I go, you don't have a phone? You're driving a city bus, and you don't have any way to contact anybody? Are you serious? No radio thing? And he's going, no, I really don't, man. You just have to, wave down a cop. And so I would imagine that's what I did. I don't actually remember, but I know for sure that that guy looked dead as a doorknob to me, and he was sitting up straight at a bus stop. I don't think I had it together enough to do anything much more than. Well, there would have been a lot of cops there. I probably found one. I didn't stick around. Yeah, so I don't know how many guys died on the street last year. I don't know. I heard the number 140. I don't know if that was just in Toronto or what. Anyway, that's my homeless story.